This mothering thing is really hard. There are a lot of great mothers in the Bible that we could look to for examples, but there's really none better than Mary, the mother of Jesus. God looked all over the planet to find the perfect mother for his child, and he landed on a young, unwed, uneducated woman from the backwoods part of the world. He saw two things in her. He saw who she was, and he saw who she could become with his help. And she had some extra help, I grant you that. She had a really cool life hack. It was known as divine intervention. But I'm going to venture that most mothers out there can tell you they can think of at least one time when some unseen force seemed to step in and take over. Now, Mary's was in a pretty spectacular fashion, and it began with the Christmas story, and I won't go over all the details, but remember those magi? Yeah. Y'all, I totally blew it on the baby gift registry. Mary got gold, frankincense, and myrrh. I was happy with a digital thermometer and some diapers. Well, Mary didn't have Facebook or Twitter, and so she depended on divine guidance. The angels came to her and said, hey, it's not safe anymore. Herod's looking to kill Jesus. So they loaded up all their belongings. They slapped a baby Jesus on board bumper sticker on the back of the donkey, and they headed down to Egypt. And how did they know when it was safe to come back? Well, another angel came, and then a dream came and told them to go to a different location. So I get it. Mary had some different circumstances, but all of our circumstances are different. And the truth of the matter is, if we were all going to get an owner's manual, we'd each need our own, and they'd have to be rewritten about every 20 minutes as our children grow up. But there are some commonalities to mothering, the verb. It looks like the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and the one that I struggle with the most, self-control. The thing about it is, those qualities are developed over time. You're not supposed to have them instantly mastered the minute you become mother, the noun, the minute you're born, the minute you're married, or the minute you become baptized. I want you to point to yourself right now and say, it's not about who I am today. See, God knows we need help. In Lamentations 3, verses 22 to 23, it says, because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. We wouldn't need new mercies every day if we didn't keep screwing up yesterday. Here's the news flash. You're not perfect, and it's okay. When my youngest child was in the 2nd grade, he had a teacher who had a lot of rules, and he didn't want to break any of them, so he stayed very stressed out. One day he came to me extremely upset because he had to sign the book because he had failed to push his chair under his desk. Well, wanting to make it a teachable moment, I said, it's okay, honey. It's okay that you made a mistake. You're not perfect. The only perfect person was Jesus. He got mad at Jesus for not letting anybody else be perfect, and this is what I've been dealing with for the past 18 years. But you know what? We're in good company. There's this story in the Bible, and it just recently jumped out at me. I'm not going to read the whole story to you. You can go find it. It's in Luke chapter 2, verses 41 through 46. And basically, Mary and Joseph and a lot of their friends and family travel to Jerusalem for the Passover. And they do their Passover thing, and then they're headed back home. Only they realize a day into the return trip that they don't know where Jesus is. Think about this. God looked all over the planet for the perfect people to raise his child. If you think Adam and Eve had it tough telling God that they had eaten the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden. Imagine being Mary and Joseph and having to go to God and say, hey, you know that kid we're supposed to raise? We lost him. They lost baby Jesus for 3 days. And you know what jumped out at me? There was no divine intervention. No angels came to tell him he was okay. Now, God knew Jesus was okay. He was back in the temple teaching the others. But Mary and Joseph didn't know that. It had to be a long 3 days before they found their baby. So, y'all, the next time you get to soccer practice with that one cleat, cut yourself some slack. You're in very good company.